got pretty rough. Absolutely mind-blowing. Exhausted. Really exhausted. It's not about winning or losing or fighting. It's just about that connection. And I think today really embodied that for me. Hi, I'm Kenkichi Brennan and I am a South African Kendoka. I'm currently knee done. I have represented South Africa in Kendo at World Kendo Championships and multiple times at European Kendo Championships. I'm going to be taking you on this journey with me and showing you firsthand from my perspective what it's like to be a national team Kendoka and sharing my training, preparation, and my experiences along the way. Today guys, we're doing backward sprinting to improve our hikiwaza explosiveness. This is going to be my rear view camera so I don't die. Are you ready? That's me. Okay, day 1 of the Sankawa 1 seminar. This is the first ever seminar that my dojo is hosting, and we have flown in the founder of our dojo, Tony Hughes Sensei, from the UK. So I'm on my way to our first training with Tony Sensei at Ichibiyoshi Dojo. I'm really looking forward to this week and not just the seminar, because Tony Sensei will also be training at all of the dojos this week. Tony Sensei left South Africa more or less as I was starting Kendo at Sankawa, so I really didn't get any time with him, and he's, visited, had some very short visits here and there, but I've not really gotten to do any training with him or keiko with him, so I'm really looking forward to it. Day 3 of the seminar with Tony Sensei. I forgot to vlog yesterday, which kind of sucks, but anyway, we're on day 3. Yesterday was training at Sankawa, which was really amazing because it was kind of like a welcome home for Tony Sensei. He's been away from Sankawa for I think something like 6 years, and really just was amazing to train with him again. He, for such a big guy, he's got incredibly fast hands. He hit the craziest Debana Kortesami during our keiko, and it was really a lot of fun. Day 5, seminar week.
There's no wooden floors.
No, there's no wooden floors.
What?
It's gonna be hard as... So we did Asa keiko this morning, 6:30 a.m. and now we're here to set up the hall.
Cooked.
So we're on the hall over here. Okay, day 6 of our seminar week. It's raining way too much. Weather is absolutely miserable. And my Uber today is Lazina, don't call me Liz, Ellerbeck. It's been a long Kendo week. I'm just exhausted. I woke up this morning feeling like I needed at least another couple hours of sleep. So, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I think today I'm gonna have to take it easy. I'm gonna be a lazy boy today at the seminar. Save my energy for the Shihai on Sunday. Because yeah, we can't let Mamata win a Sankawa Shihai. Sankawa person has to win the Sankawa Shihai, of course. So Tony Sensei's seminar was really incredible. He kind of talked about the humble beginnings of Sankawa and, you know, his start to Kendo in South Africa. His seminar was very focused on basics, good footwork, and everything starting with suburi. And I really enjoyed it. So first match of the day, me versus Justin. This is the first fight in the pool. He's fighting Nito. And I am pretty exhausted from the seminar. This floor is super, super hard. And honestly, it was painful doing any kind of fumikomi. So, you know, I was feeling pretty comfortable in this match. Just keeping my distance, making sure he couldn't hit me, looking for some good opportunities. Starting off there with some Renzoku waza, kote men. Managed to push him out, didn't get the ippon. But yeah, just kind of trying to put on some pressure. He gets hansoku. Keeping my distance again. Just trying to let him make a mistake where I can get an opening. I don't want to rush in. When you underestimate your opponent and you rush in, oh, there's kote. Not good enough for the shimpan. Just one of the shimpan thinks it's okay. Had a nice sound, but we try again. There, I do get the kote. Maybe that one wasn't so good. Not as good as the previous one, but that's Kendo sometimes. Right, so now we're one up. Now we're going for the left kote, trying to capitalize on the two previous kote that I hit on his right kote, trying to make him think more about the right and go for other targets. Katate ski, and then kote. I'm just trying to overwhelm him at this point. And then men. Nice match. Second match in the pool, so I'm one up. So now I know that basically just need to beat this person and then I'll be first in my pool. Again, I'm really trying to just only do what I need to do to win this match. I'm feeling very confident in it. My opponent is very tough, but I know her quite well, so I sort of already know what she's going to do. So some nice footwork from her, some nice pressuring. We do a bit of an I-men. No ippon for either of us. Or kote men. I've been working quite a lot on my Renzoku waza. If you miss the kote, to go straight for the men again. So I managed to score the men. In this scenario, I know that she's going to block like 9 times out of 10. So I'm already looking for the feint waza. So, you know, following up big launches with some feint cuts to try and bring that out. And just trying to hold my center as much as I can. Attempting hikimen there. Ooh. Okay, so the feint men kote comes out there. And then another nice match. Pull round's done for ippon. This floor is really weird. Doesn't make any sound. So the ippon feel like half as powerful without the fumikomi. But yeah, just took it easy. Good spur from my opponents, and we wait a bit for the shadow tournament to finish, and then first knockout rounds will begin. So gotta go do some shimpan now, but otherwise feeling okay. Honestly, I'm exhausted, really exhausted, so I'm trying to get myself psyched up, also trying not to use too much energy in these early rounds. So yeah, going great so far. Okay, so I think we had a camera malfunction. We didn't get the starting Reiho for the match. So this is me versus Chow. This year he was actually the coach for the ladies team, and I really like his Kendo. He's a strong fighter. I fought him many times, and he's been on the national team multiple times, and he's been at EKC in some capacity, at least, over the last like 3 or 4 years. So again, I'm trying to be careful. I don't want to rush in. I know that his Kaishi, he really likes Kaishido, and my favorite waza is men. So I know that he's waiting for the men, and I'm also looking to see if he's ready for that Kaishido or not. But I think I already decided that I would threaten for men, but I would look for his mistakes rather in this match. So again, just controlling the distance, keeping my feet moving, and not letting him get into a distance where he can feel comfortable. Nice movement and nice pressure from both of us. I really enjoyed this match. It was very tense, and you just didn't really know what was going to happen next. And then looked like another feint main kote. So at this point I had decided that I was going to just hit Hyakudo immediately, because he would be more defensive after the losing the first ippon. And there it is, Hyakudo. Had a really nice sound actually. His hands went up. So yeah, managed to end the match. Definitely a very dangerous opponent if you let him do his thing. So I was happy that I was able to manage him the way I did. Okay, so this fight, again, this is the quarterfinals now, and this match honestly just turned into a wrestling match. I think there should have been a few Hansoku already, but just didn't happen. So I think it's really important to set the precedent at the beginning of the match for what the shimpan will and will not tolerate. So there, a lot happens, honestly, mostly wrestling, a couple ippon in between, and then he gets a hikimen. So then it starts again. And again, we start with some wrestling that should be Hansoku immediately, but no Hansoku happens. So at this point, I can see what he's doing. He's testing the shimpan. He's trying just to see how far they'll let him take it so that he can unsettle me. And I'm trying my best just to do good kendo, hold my center, not panic. And here at this point, I'm thinking, okay, Hansoku, for sure, right? So we get a gogi, the shimpan chat, and what happens is he gets a warning actually, but no Hansoku. I needed to take my men off because honestly he just punched me in the face too many times. So let's skip forward a little bit here. Okay, now we're back to the fight. Here's the warning again. Mamada in the background waiting to see who he's going to fight. So again, I'm just now trying to keep it simple, just do good straight kendo, and my opponent is just trying to kill me. Oh, close kote. This is the calmest moment of the fight, I think. I think I tried for a ski there and he tries for katate men, so we're both trying to be fancy. Oh, and then he gets dekote. So yeah, nice match. Yeah, I think definitely a rough match. So yeah, definitely a rough match, to be honest, but look, I don't hold anything against my opponent. At the end of the day, it is a competition, and you know, I believe part of being a competitor is testing the rules and seeing how far you can go. And you know, honestly, this does happen at EKC and WKC. Your opponents will test you, they will test the Shimpan. And sometimes the Hansoku happens and sometimes it doesn't. And you have to know in those situations how you're going to handle yourself. So I was actually really appreciative of the opportunity to be in the position where you know that there should be a Hansoku happening, but then when it doesn't happen, then your opponent will just turn it up to the next level on what they're doing and continue to test the rules. So this was a really good learning opportunity for me. Okay, knocked out. Quarterfinals again, professional quarterfinalist. So that was a good fight. Yeah, got pretty rough, but I tried to just hold my ground and do good kendo. So I think I did a good job in that. I was holding my center. Yeah, looking forward to the rest of the fights. The fight before with Terry was not bad either. I'm pretty exhausted. We still have the East versus West tournament to go after this, so yeah, let's see what happens in the final. Okay, final. Mamada versus Datling. So this has become kind of a classic matchup since Mamada has arrived. Brendan has kind of been, you know, dominating the scene for a very long time, and it's been amazing that we have had Mamada because he's helped us improve so much. This year he coached the men's team and he really took us to a new level, to be honest. So his, I would say his favorite waza is definitely kote, and he has these really incredibly small kote that just come out of nowhere. So there's a lot of pressure in this match. You know, neither fighter wanting to make a mistake. Unfortunately, we weren't able to film this match, so we only had the camera from the back view, so it's a little dark. Have a Kazushi attempt there from Brendan. Very tense match. Mamada's movement is really nice as well. You know, he's really good at taking that distance away, especially if you push in when he's not happy to take an encounter. He's very happy to quickly take your distance away from you. I would say both players still being very cautious. You know, they're still, you know, they're attacking, but they're being safe at the same time. Clearly, they both want this win very badly. Yame. Okay, so should I change? Seems like Mamada's pushing in again very strongly. Brendan launching for a men. The Shimpan have a lot of pressure on them in a final, and you can see all three of them really are very focused on the fighters. They don't want to miss an ippon, and I think the three of them did an amazing job in this match. It's a really tough match. Okay, katate men. Pushing in really deep. Oh, men. Wow. So I think at that distance it's always super dangerous. He was so close. I mean, his Kensen was almost touching the kote and then was able to hit men. Oh, again? Men. So yeah. And that ends the final. Yeah, so really great final. I think that you know, Mamada was able to really take his strikes at a distance where Brennan wasn't quite ready at that distance, or perhaps he was still trying to make something else happen. Perhaps, you know, looking for the Ojiwaza opportunity instead. But Mamada manages to take the victory with two Shikake men at a very, very close distance, very, very dangerous, hard to stop a men from that distance. And yeah, he manages to take first place. So first place, Mamada, second place, Brendan. And really an amazing end to the individual Shiai. Okay, so East versus West tournament. We took all the individual players, divided them randomly to either side, and with the taisho of each team being Rei Sensei Rokudan on one side and Tony Sensei Rokudan on the other side. So these matches ended up being honestly not to proper Kendo etiquette, I have to admit that. But at the same time, it was a very special event, you know. And honestly, I think it helped the competitors elevate and it created a stronger bond. So, you know, I would say that, you know, there is a time and place for this kind of event and a time and place for this kind of, I would say etiquette, but perhaps, you know, lack thereof. The cheering was definitely too loud and the cheering was not correct. It should just be simple clapping, as Dieter Hauck Sensei reminds us every year at the EKC. But yeah, I think it was still an amazing event. So let's watch this first fight. This is me versus Kent, who is, as you guys may know, my main rival here in South Africa. So yeah, I am so pumped for this match. Maybe a little bit too pumped. You know, there's a bit of theatre, there's a bit of comedy going on, and it's a little bit less of a formal event, this one. So we're starting off. I really just don't care if I get hit. I'm just kind of going for it. And I think that if you can achieve this kind of attitude in your Shiai, you probably will do better. The fear of getting hit, the fear of losing, always holds us back. So yeah, lots of strikes. I'm just trying to overwhelm him, and I think it's working at this point. I just don't want him to get his rhythm. He's very dangerous with his men strikes and his kote strikes especially. So I'm, again, just trying to push in, just keep hitting him with the shikake while I'm moving my feet. Close kote, not bad. Didn't quite have the right contact, not the right angle of the blade. Oh, I let go of my hand. I think he managed to grab my left hand, pulled my right hand off of my shinai. But had a good sound. Attempt a hikido, and then he goes for a men. Okay, so the match is definitely heating up. It's getting more intense. He changes his stance for a little bit between the shoto and the daito. Attempted ski and managed to get it hooked. So you know, I think at this point, you know, we were both really smiling at each other, and we were just having such a good match actually. So still no ippon. Still no ippon. At this point, I'm definitely feeling the momentum coming towards me though. You know, I'm getting a lot of close kotes. I can feel like if one of them is about to slip through his guard. So let's restart. Close men. And then manage to remove his shinai. And I think if I remember correctly, does he get Hansoku? Okay, so there's a Gorgui. I'm not quite sure. I remember in this match there was something that happened and he didn't get Hansoku. But I will say that there is definitely a reason why the cheering is not supposed to be so loud in Kendo. The crowd here was so intense that honestly the Shimpan were missing the sound of many of the ippon. So, you know, there's a reason for all things. So yeah, he didn't get Hansoku actually. So carry on pushing, carry on making more pressure. Oh, the ski a little bit too low. Ski attempt again. And then, oh, let's see, who did they give the men to? No, okay, so his men. And I look at my team and go, what? But we push in again. Oh, a kote with a little bit of a merry-go-round. So I managed to get a nice kote, and as I did, he kind of hooked into my arm, but then I carried on with my zanshin. And yeah, so now it's even. And fight continues. I know I don't have much time, so I've got to take this next point back. And right now you can see, I think I'm thinking a little bit too much. I've stepped away from just fighting and just, you know, doing my thing. And you can definitely see it. There's a difference between this part of the match and the first part. Now I'm thinking, okay, now I have to win, and you can see it's different. Oh, ski attempt. I was really trying to work on my ski during this period. I was working on trying to gain confidence in, you know, hitting the target and confidence in launching my body for it. Oh, close. So this was a draw. Really, really good match. Here's an example of how you really are not supposed to cheer in Kendo, but so me versus Peter again. Peter, thank you for always fighting me in Shiai. Oh, so he comes out strong with the men. Kaishido, 2 Kaishidors in a row. They score the second one. So that's always fun. Kaishido, Kaishido. Men, attempt. Here comes that famous clapping that you're not supposed to do. Ooh, nice men launch. I was really just trying to, again, forget about winning or losing and just, oh, kote. So nice debana kote. And managed to pull the win again from Peter. One of these days, Peter's going to get me back. So, yeah, really, really amazing. And finally, we have Ray Sensei versus Tony Sensei. And this was honestly such an incredible match. So I think we have our 3 finals Shimpan back for the final. Plus Brendan Datling. Really, really focusing in on the competitors. So patient. Oh, kote men. Close attempt. Nice sound. Yeah, when Tony Sensei hits a target, you definitely hear it. 100%. Oh, men. Nice. Kote nuki men, I think. Beautiful execution. Nice zanshin. So it's really, you know, in South Africa we don't often get a chance to watch our older members competing in Shiai. In some tournaments in Europe you have like a veterans division and, you know, a masters division and those kinds of things, so you get to watch this kind of thing, but it's so rare in South Africa, so it was such a great opportunity to get to see these 2 sensei fight. Oh, dekote. Really, really beautiful. And just amazing Shiai presence from both of them. Beautiful kendo. And what a pleasure to watch. So the East versus West was incredible. Each fight of the East versus West on its own had 100 times more spirit than the entirety of the previous Shiai. And honestly, the energy and the fighting spirit was intoxicating. When we are really focused on each other, and we're focused on each other's kendo, we can lift each other up way higher than we can go on our own. And I think that's really, for me, what kendo's about. It's about this. It's not about winning or losing or fighting. It's just about that connection. And I think today really embodied that for me. So obviously I hope to go further in the tournament, but just wasn't my day today. But I felt like I really gave everything in that East versus West tournament. I managed to get Kantosho, which is Fighting Spirit Award. It's the first time in a long time I've actually gotten this award, so I'm very appreciative. I did feel like I gave a lot today, so always feels good to get a piece of metal. I really hope that we can do this again. This event was incredible. And yeah, I think once again, I'm just so grateful for my Kendo community. Each fight was kind of like sometimes a little bit of a rough kakari keiko, but the energy and the spirit and how nobody gave up and how nobody supporting gave up on the fighters themselves really was just absolutely mind-blowing. So it was a perfect end to the seminar week. Okay, so you might be wondering, where is the EKC video? EKC just happened. This video is running a bit late. This was shot in April, and this was at the Sankawa 1 seminar. We are currently busy editing the EKC video, and that should follow this video shortly. So make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell so that you know exactly when the EKC video comes out.